Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more time. All right, good.
Get a picture of old time medicine. Doctor walking the patient.
Big.
Huh?
Big.
It's May 9th, 2010. The first Mother's Day of my life to experience Mother's Day without my mother. But as I look back in history and look back in time and understand where America has come from and where I have developed and have become a man in America, I look back at the March, May 2nd, 1963. This was the weekend of marching in Birmingham, where my mother held me at the corner of 22nd Street and First Avenue while she watched with glee as her three daughters, Yvonne, Anita, and Ruth, were carried off to jail while I stood in protest with tears in my eyes, wanting to participate in a revolution which I thought would bring about change to America. Thanks to my mother, I was not the victim of the ravaging torture of fire hoses and dog bites that was elicited by the work of the Commissioner Eugene Bull Connor. The other day I saw Avatar, and I thought about the plight of the blue people and could only remember the plight of the black people in my hometown, Birmingham, in 1963, when my parents put all of their efforts, their education, their jobs, and their lives at risk in order for me to enjoy a piece of the American dream, simply to enjoy freedom in America. I thank my God for giving me my mother, a young lady who was born to Lucille Dowdell in Tuskegee, Alabama in 1932, and she married my father and gave birth to 7 children, of which I was the 4th child. She lived a happy life, a great life, and supported my father and her children all of her life. It's not ironic that my father died 7 months before her, and then 6 months later, my mother passed away. It's also interesting that in this year I also celebrate the loss of my wife, but because my mother was such a strong woman, she taught me how to live and how to continue and how to persevere, even in life when life difficult, and to persevere even in life when there were so many obstacles. I remember when my mother went back to college with 6 children that she had raised and received her degree from Miles College, and then furthering her education at the University of Alabama in Birmingham, where she obtained a master's degree, while supporting my father in his career, while he had gone back to the University of Alabama to obtain his PhD in history, but yet putting that aside in order to help formulate and create the southern leg of the March on Washington with Martin Luther King Jr. It is wonderful to have reflections to look back on a mother who was a women's liberator, a woman who stood for freedom, a woman who was dignified and stood for all the elements of which our Constitution has been written. I salute my mother in knowing that even in her restful peace, she also surrounded herself with people of valor, people of good intent, even to the point of seeing her doctor, Dr. Ashton, coming make rounds with her, walking her down the hall each day that he would come to visit her, even faced with the healthcare crisis in America. He never forgot how to be a good doctor, especially to my mother and to all of his patients. I salute my mother along with all the women who gave of themselves during the Children's March to help us in America become free, because from that day, from what they did, America is now a different country. John F. Kennedy. Yes, John F. Kennedy signed into law that law which changed Birmingham, which changed the nation, that on today we can celebrate the freedoms that we have in America, not only as people of color, but for women and for all other minorities that live under the American flag. I salute my mother today on Mother's Day because she held my hand so that I could enjoy freedom